Hey guys, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 4. As always, I am DemonFire93, and last time we met a woman that we fell in love with, kinda, but then at the same time we just tricked her into dying and helping to get our master's power back, so that happened. And today we start Life and Death. A powerful vampire and former supporter of Necros named Malvich has riled the anger of Calabar. So Goldoth has been sent on a mission not only to kill the offender, but also to retrieve the Bloodsucker's most prized possession, the unique and supremely unholy Deadwood Staff. Victory conditions: defeat Malvich. Loss conditions: lose Goldoth. Goldoth and all of his spells, skills, and experience will transfer to the next map. All of your heroes have a maximum level of 30.
What? So what is the point if I am but an insignificant pawn of the universe?
Right?
Knowledge. To know the universe is to transcend it. Destruction, creation, good and evil. The grand scheme of things, they are just the masks we use to understand that which we cannot grasp.
You gotta try to understand the universe.
Well, here is my hand. Show me your secrets. I am not afraid.
Okay, sure. What has become of my master? I had thought he would become more like I remembered him after the magic of the points of power rejuvenated him, but he has only become more somber and private. He seldom confides in me anymore. In fact, he never speaks to me except to give orders. In the 2 months since I crushed the last of the rebellious demons, I have seen my master but 3 times. He remains locked within his secret chambers, leaving the management of Necros entirely to me. It was as if he never became king, and lately I have noticed his undead body is deteriorating. The gray flesh dangles from his bones like rotten cheesecloth. Something was wrong, and all my attempts to get my master to confide in me have been ignored, so I took a risk. Using my magic to become one with the shadows, I followed a zombie who was delivering spell components to my master. The door opened magically, allowing the zombie to place his sack of goods on a nearby table, and that's when I slipped inside. I slinked along the walls, staying well away from the single torch that lit the crypt-like room. My master was in the back of an adjacent room. I could hear his voice. I didn't enter that room, so I couldn't see what he was doing, but I did recognize some of the words of the spell he was casting. I memorized them and broke them down into their parts until I could figure out what task this strange spell was meant to perform. It was a binding spell, similar to the one I used to bind the energy of the points of power to Calabar, but it was also a transference spell. Within minutes, I came to realize that my master had transferred the magic of the points of power to something else, to an object. Then Master Calabar said a word that I never thought I'd hear from his lips. "Master," he said, "finally we are rejoined." Master? Who could be Calabar's master? There was a long moment of silence, so I dared to peek into Calabar's laboratory. I had only a couple seconds to take in the blue and silver patterns swirling between the posts of the magical gateway. When the portal closed and I was left alone, I stood there before the portal for a long time, simultaneously hoping that my master would return, and fearing the moment when he did. "What are you up to, master?" I whispered to myself, "and why didn't you include me?" I found it difficult to look my master in the face the next time he summoned me. If he noticed my discomfort, however, he never said anything. "Do you know a vampire named Malvich?" Calabar asked. "Yes. He has in his possession the Deadwood Staff. I want it. He has refused to give it to me. Kill him, Goldoth, and bring me the staff." Kill him? Are you sure?" Calabar's look was dangerous. He expected his order to be enough, not to have to explain it. I saw something else in my master's expression that I have never seen before. Pure, bottled fury. Insanity, sorry. But what could his rage be directed at? Surely not me. I was no threat, so what? "Why, Goldoth, I don't think you've ever had trouble killing someone for me in the past." "It's not that, master. Malvich means nothing to me, but he gives your kingdom strength. A war with him now would only weaken Necros," I dared to answer. Malvich had been a powerful ally against the Demon Rebellion. He supported me before I found my master, and then helped Calabar when he needed it most. It wasn't that I felt a sense of loyalty to the vampire, but he was a reliable ally, a difficult thing to come by. Knowing that I would not shrink away from him, Calabar reached out slowly and pinched my throat between two sharp skeletal fingers. There was an incredible amount of strength in those digits. I couldn't breathe or speak. Malvich means nothing to me, Guldoth, because Necros means nothing to me. Bring me the Deadwood Staff, or I will find someone else to serve me. Calabar freed me, and I grunted, yes, my master. I made my preparation to leave. Once again, I decided to leave Mordor behind and to command Necrum's forces, but also for another reason. The next evening, as I marched my forces through Necrum's black gates, I pulled Mordor aside to speak. Watch Master Calabar for me, I said. That does not mean spy on him, but keep an eye on him whenever you can. Why, something wrong? Mordor asked. I knew well Mordor didn't respect Calabar as a leader. No, I insisted, even though I sensed something was terribly wrong. Just stay out of his way and watch him. Okay. Great. We're in the corner of nothing. Abandoned sawmill. Sure. You dead, motherfucker. And I raised two ghosts from that corpse. Fight the imps. Come on then. Fools. Give me more. Raise two more ghosts. Alright. What have we here? Yes, there into whatchamacallit, the thing and stuff is revealed to us. Alright, that was interesting. Fight them! Raise them into our army. Or don't. That'll work too. So fighting the undead does not allow them to be raised into my army. Interesting, okay. But I can fight these imps. And raise them into my army. Come on then. Give me ghosts. Come on then. Foolish Cerberus. More ghosts. More and more and more ghosts. Sure, I'll fight the Minotaurs. You're dead. What do I resurrect this time? Vampires, very nice. I needed a messenger who knew nothing about my army because I knew Malvich would use his powers to interrogate my envoy. So this morning I rode off alone to a nearby village because of my own policy of shipping all the dead directly to Necrum or other storage crypts around the country. The villagers had nothing to offer me. I regret doing this, I told them. Honestly, I do, but I must demand that you bring me someone. A volunteer, preferably. Make it one of the elderly if you wish. It does not matter. Then I retrieved two heavy bags from my horse and threw one at the feet of the village's leader. It's filled with gold, compensation for the life I am about to take. That one is for the village. I held up the second bag for all to see. This one is for the family of the person who volunteers. Within a few minutes I had my messenger. He was barely 40, but the previous winter he had caught a disease that damaged his lungs and left him weak. He could no longer care for his family. The man's eyes were wide with fear, but he had stepped forward nonetheless. He would have made a good soldier. I slit his throat and threw him over my horse, waiting until I was away from the eyes of the other villagers before I turned him into a member of the undead. A zombie, so he could speak. The silent skeletons made poor messengers. Then I gave the zombie my letter to Malvich and sent him on his way. Interesting. Weaklings. Oh my. I donned a clean robe of deep purple and covered my head with the hood, but still I felt it wasn't enough to hide my identity, so I hired a master craftsman to forge a silver mask in the exact likeness of the living left side of my face. With my hands tucked inside the sleeves of the robe in the fashion of a monk, my undead flesh would be completely hidden. Dressed in this manner, I approached the shrine of Corbett and entered. This place and the monks within had been an annoyance ever since I created Necros, but they were never trouble enough for me to do anything about. Last year, they built this shrine on this spot, where a famous and holy knight named Corbett met his doom against an army of undead. I came here because Corbett had been the last living man to possess the life shield. May I help you? Asked one of the pale monks. Perhaps, I replied softly. I am on a pilgrimage to see the tomb of the benevolent Sir Corbett. Ah, and soon to be Saint Corbett, the monk said proudly. Really? Yes, as soon as we hear word from Paladra. May I see the tomb, please? The monk frowned. I tensed, wondering if he noticed something wrong. Had he caught a glimpse of exposed, rotting flesh? I am sorry, but you must prove your worth before you can be allowed to enter. If this land wasn't swarming with those treacherous demons, it wouldn't be a problem, but you must understand we've had to be careful. Yes, I would have it no other way. How can I prove myself worthy, I asked, in my best impression of these idiot monks. Perhaps I could flagellate myself with nettle branches. Well, in honor of Sir Corbett, we ask that you bring us one artifact of evil so that we may destroy it. It is rumored the armor of death is kept in a dragon's hoard somewhere to the east, but sadly a dozen pilgrims have already died trying to retrieve it. Sure. I'll gladly bring you something. Come on, then. Fools. The lot of you. Come on, then. You really wish to die. I lost a mummy, but I gained my ghost back. Yes. The mausoleum, of course. Why would I want anything ever other than the vampires? My zombie messenger returned today, and Malvich's response to my pleas for the Deadwood Staff became apparent the moment I saw the creature. The zombie's left arm was missing, cut off at the shoulder. It was no coincidence that my living arm was my left. It was a threat. I return, Master, the zombie said. Did Malvich send his answer? I responded, knowing that he had. Yes, he made me memorize his words before he took my arm, he said. Go back to that greedy lich in Necrum. I told Calabar that the Deadwood Staff has been in my possession for close to 700 years, and it will remain that way for another 700. The only way that you, Goldoth Half-Dead, or your master are going to see it is when I use it on you. That is all. Thank you. But the one-armed zombie didn't budge. Is there something else?
Yes, while I waited to meet Malevich, I talked with some of the other undead and learned the power of this Deadwood Staff. It has the power to kill the living and the undead.
I had known the Deadwood Staff was a unique artifact of power, but I hadn't realized it was that powerful. Malevich doesn't fear Calabar or me because when he goes to battle with us, he will be able to kill us simply by pointing the Deadwood Staff. Thanks again, I said. If not for this one-armed zombie's initiative, I might have walked into my own death. Even worse, for the second time my master has sent me to do a task without warning me of its dangers. He never told me that activating the 5th point of power claims the life of the person touching the crystal, and now he failed to warn me about the Deadwood Staff. What name did you have when you were alive? I asked the one-armed zombie. Hadron. Well, Hadron, I think you just saved my life. There are some weapons and armor among our supplies. I want you to equip yourself and return to a similar position as my new bodyguard. A one-armed bodyguard? We want a one-armed bodyguard. I mean, alright. Doesn't seem very smart. Oh my. Come then. You bastard. I'm gonna summon these demons as if they fucking matter. Fool. Get fucked. Four devils just come out like, sup, I'm gonna kill you, and they died. I hate this fucking ice demon. Kill it. Kill it dead. Now. Damn you. Well, that's not great. That's not great at all. Come on. There you go. You can kill that one. And all of us gain up on this last bit. Okay. I feel like these ghosts are fucking useless. That was a lot. We only get 4 vampires for that. Wow, that's fan-fucking-tastic. You know. My memories of the young cleric Alana inspired me to finally come up with a way I could fight the power of Malevich's Deadwood Staff. This artifact was obviously imbued with a tremendous amount of death magic, so what I needed was something to counteract that. What I needed was the life shield. Ah. Makes sense. Nothing of value left. Oh, you bastard. None for you. Come then. Oh no. I'm so heartbroken that those imps fucking died. Pathetic fools. Bye-bye. Give me the town. 3 vampires. Very nice. Yeah, give them all to him. Capture Scythe. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Why would that ever be a thing? You know, just fuck you, imps. They're worthless. Can't get the Temple of the Damned either? What the fuck? That's the last of the original buildings. Alright. Yeah, let's maybe not do that just yet. Okay.